Lawrence Summers, former U.S. Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton, and the former president of Harvard. He talks with our Robert Costa.
President Donald Trump is ramping up an extraordinary pressure campaign on higher education.
It is clear to see the next chapter of the American story will not be written by the Harvard Crimson. It will be written by you, the Crimson Tide.
Universities are on notice. The clearest example that we're all familiar with, of course, being Harvard, which is engaged in repeat, systemic, and sustained violations.
Harvard University, which has had more than $2 billion in grants frozen, is fighting. Former Harvard president Lawrence Summers sees a confrontation.
If Harvard, America's richest university, if Harvard couldn't stand up, nobody else could.
To correct what it sees as a progressive takeover, the administration has issued a flurry of demands on diversity policies and on how anti-Semitism is handled. Summers says it's fair to criticize Harvard.
Harvard's had a big problem with anti-Semitism. It's got a big problem with too many progressives relative to the number of conservatives. It's had a big problem of paying too much attention to identity politics.
What do you say to an American who didn't go to the Ivy League and they think Harvard's a little biased toward the left? Why should they care about President Trump exerting pressure on major universities?
I would say they're right to worry about Harvard being a little tilted to the left.
President Trump continues to take aim at Harvard University. He says he will revoke the school's tax-exempt status.
On Friday, President Trump escalated his fight, writing on Truth Social, "We are going to be taking away Harvard's tax-exempt status. It's what they deserve." That, on top of the held-up funds, could put Harvard's finances at risk. Responding to Summers, a White House spokesman told Sunday Morning, the real threat to higher education comes when places like Harvard let their students' civil rights get trampled. President Trump is standing up for every student denied an education or safe campus because left-wing universities fail to protect their civil rights. Summers has been a force for decades, Treasury Secretary in the Clinton administration, then a Harvard president. His parents were both university professors, and he became a tenured Harvard professor at age 28. Over the years, Summers has had the ears of both President Obama and Biden, but he doesn't have President Trump's ear.
If you had a moment with President Trump to talk about the economy, what would you say?
I would plead with him to set a course that he believes he can stick to.
As Trump issues sweeping tariffs,